Okay, good morning, artists. I am here to help you get started on your Afrofuturism futuristic landscape. So I'm starting here on Clever because I want to remind you all how to navigate to Google Slides. So I'm here on my Clever page. I'm going to go down to the Google Drive button and click on that. And then my Google Drive pops up. That's what's attached to my email. And I should actually already see my living spaces, my virtual living space project is already there. But I'm going to go ahead and click new. And it's going to ask me like, what new thing do I want? I want a new Google slide. So I'm going to go down to this one. It's a little yellow rectangle. So I hit Google Slides. And now I'm in a brand new Google slide. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this, but I'm going to show you how to make a blank slide as your first one. Because remember, if you've got a title on it, if you've got words on it, we don't want any of that. So what you're going to do is give this a name. I notice a lot of people forgot to name theirs before. S. Messer Futuristic Landscape. You can come up with whatever name you want. And then you're going to go down to this plus sign. Right next to the plus sign, there's a little tiny triangle. You have to click on the little tiny triangle and then go all the way down and hit blank. And that's going to give you a blank slide to start with. After you get to your blank slide to start with, you're going to hit the background button. We did this before with our virtual living spaces. So you're going to hit the background button and up pops this little box and you're going to hit choose image and then go to Google image search. And this is when I have a word bank for you that's going to help you come up with some different words and ideas you can use for your search terms. So I want you to start thinking of a landscape that you could use. And instead of just typing landscape, get a little bit more specific. So maybe a desert landscape is going to give me some really interesting results. And we want to make sure whatever I have or whatever we've started, whatever we're starting with, it has a lot of room because we're going to put stuff in it. So you don't want to have something that is already filled up with stuff, like these camels probably wouldn't work. You don't want to have something that just doesn't have a lot of space in it. But I noticed like this has a ton of space in it. I think that's really interesting. But I want to show you some different search terms too. I could do moonscape. I love that idea. A moonscape is like a landscape on the moon. But I don't really love any of these. I could do Arctic landscape, and that's going to give me some frozen type of landscapes, stuff like that. I could do the word barren means nothing in it. So I could write a barren landscape. I don't see anything as cool as that first thing I found. So I'm going to go back to desert landscape. And I'm going to pick this one. And once I pick this one, it fills up my background. Okay, so then I can start adding pieces to my background. I can start adding some different things to that. So we will get started on that here in just a minute. So everybody make sure you can get to Google Slides and start adding a background.